Hey there, model railroaders. Welcome to Vintage Road and Rail. Apparently, over a year ago, I picked up this box of random N-scale items, probably about January of 2024, and I just completely forgot all about it. And looking for something else that unfortunately I didn't find, I rediscovered this hidden behind a box of some other N-scale stuff that we've already looked at in the past. So at this point, I have no clue what's in this box. So I figured we would take it over to the table, crack it open, and we'll find out together if we've got some good stuff or some junk inside. So stay tuned and let me switch to the other side of the camera. So I've got the box moved over here to a table so we can unbox it and see what we've got here. And apparently in the past, I was going to do a video on this because I had already blocked out the name and address on the front. Went over it again just a couple minutes ago with a bigger marker just to be a little more thorough. But at some point, I shoved it behind another box and just completely forgot all about it. Well, anyway, so we're going to get to this in just a second. I've got another box of stuff that we've looked at in the past. I've got this here mainly because it's got some N-scale track in there. I believe it's just a loop of Bachmann Easy Track. So if we have some locomotives in here, we'll set up a little test track, get it plugged in, and we'll see what works and what doesn't. All right, so got my trusty knife here. So I'm going to pull this off to the side and go ahead and unbox it. Get the tape cut here. Blade's getting a little dull. You know a blade is dull if it doesn't cut tape very well. And we'll carefully go across the top here. All right, so we got it open. And let's see what we got. Looks like we got a lot of bubble wrap. And looks like we got some things individually wrapped here. And so we'll just set that to the side. And we'll get to those in just a minute. And we'll see what we've got here. So first out the gate, we got a Atlas hopper car. It's one of those little 2-bay short ones. So we've got just a little box car here. Looks like a 50-footer. Again by Atlas. Looks like a lot of Atlas stuff here. So we've got another Atlas box car. And all of those seem to have knuckle couplers, but this first one here that we looked at looks like I'll probably need to put the wheels back on at least one of the trucks and see it rolling around in there. And then this is another Atlas, little open coal or rock hopper. Got a little bit of a load in there. And I'm not sure if this is still Atlas or not, but we got a really nice, see, what is that? Coastal Trading Company. And this is a nice little 3-bay hopper. I'm not sure if this is about a 50-footer or what. I'm not 100% sure on that one. So we'll set that aside. And in the bottom, let's see, we've got a couple more items here. This is a lifelike. Got a little Rutland, looks like a 40-footer box car. And then I've got another one of these little Atlas, little small open hopper. Looks like it's got like a rock load in there, so I'm not sure if that's for like a quarry or something like that. And got something in a train line box and something in a Bachmann box. Oh wow, look at that. So we got ourselves a micro trains, a little 060 steam locomotive and tender. So we got at least one thing to test. All right, so let's see what's in these boxes here. And then you know what? I'm going to cut the camera off, and I'm going to, because I've got a number. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items that just need to be kind of opened. So I'll open those up, get everything set aside, and we'll cut back in and see what we got. So we got most everything unboxed. So we'll take a quick look here. I tried to leave a little bit of a surprise. So we got another little 50-foot box car, and this one looks to be micro trains. So those are really good cars. And we got some in-scale vehicles. Got this little old truck. I hope you can see that. Not as bright over here as I thought it would be. And then we got a little bus. And we got a little wrecker truck. Looks like maybe from the 50s or 60s. And we got a little bulldozer. I believe that's in scale, but I won't swear to it. Then we got this little bubble envelope here. Let's see what we got inside. Looks like we've got a few more vehicles. Excuse me. So we got another one of these little trucks, and this time we've got a trailer to go with it. So that's really nice. And then we got a couple of old, looks like 50s model cars. Looks really nice. Those would go great on an in-scale layout. We'll move all those to the side here. And then we got this little package here. So I cut the tape on it. All right, looks like we got a couple more freight cars. Never have too many freight cars. Well, you probably could, but you know. So this one looks to be another micro trains. We got a little tank car here. Looks really nice. I like it. And then we got another. This one's lifelike. We got another 50-footer. And this is a C&O, Chesapeake, Ohio, boxcar. Looks good. And these two are a little heavy, so let's save those for last, shall we? All right, so these are just in some paper towel, so we should be able to kind of rip into these. Aha. So we got a little caboose. We always need one of those. And this one's pretty light and small, so anybody want to guess what's inside? I would think either a caboose or maybe another small hopper. We will know in a minute. Well, I was wrong all around. We got a really nice in-scale truck. That is really nice. I love that. And then it's got a trailer. I don't know. Let's turn it right. If this, nope, that can't be adjusted. I thought it might slide back and forth for intermodal. And then we got two heavier boxes or items wrapped up here. Let's see what we got. Its weight suggests a locomotive. And yes, it is. CP rail. And this is Atlas. See it right there. This must be an older Atlas, as it's made in Austria. So we'll test that out. And then finally, this last one feels a little bit heavy. And as I was looking through this, I remember buying these now. So kind of glad to have them to the collection. So this one of the couplers popped off. We got a little F7 here. And I'm not sure who made it. The writing is kind of small. It may be Atlas, but I can't. It's so small I can't tell. But maybe it'll zoom in to where you can see it. Now it does come with the coupler. It just popped off, probably due to being rattled around in shipping. It's right here. It almost looks like one of those Bachmann N-scale Easy Mate couplers, so I'm not sure if that's Bachmann or just that's what the coupler is. All right, so that has got everything unboxed. So what we're going to do is I'm going to set this box to the side. We'll stop the camera. Well, probably heard all that noise right up by the mic. So we'll stop the camera, and I'll get us out a little bit of track and move over my power pack from the layout, and we'll test these locomotives. And if one of them is good and working well, we'll hitch up a few of the cars behind it and run a quick train. So I've got a loop of Bachmann Easy Track set up here and ready to go. Robbed this little re-railer from a pack of Kato track I've got. I would have used that, but I don't have the little adapter to hook up the Kato track to my power supply. So we got the first locomotive loaded up there. I'm going to step around this side of the camera, which you can't see, and let's give it some power. And that one is not moving. It's on the track good. Let me stop right here and find one that I know works, just to make sure we don't have an issue with the connections here. All right, it took me a second to find a couple of locomotives. Let me zoom this back out. That way, all right, that way you can see everything. All right, so I think this is a Bachmann. This one may be a Lifelike, I'm not real sure. But I remember these worked in the past, so let's see if they run. Yeah, they work. So we know it's not the track, and we know it's not the power supply. Move this back just a bit. Move my little trucks over. All right, so we know those are good. This one doesn't have any couplers either, so we won't be able to pull anything with that. So worst case, we might be able to pull at least one or two cars, but it's got these old style Rapido couplers, so I'm not real sure. All right, so let's move to this. I believe this is an Atlas. Yep. It's got the older style Rapido couplers. And that one works. Take that off. So yeah, the little Atlas is running just fine. It probably definitely needs a little bit of maintenance. But I have no idea how long it's been in a box. So to make one more lap. All right, so we got one runner. All right, so let's put this back on here. Snap it in place there. And let's get this little 060 out. Something fell off. That looks like it might be the coupler pocket. Real tiny. That's the big reason why I don't really N-scale much, is everything is so small. And yep, I think that's the coupler wedged in here. You can see it right there. See if I can knock that out of there. There it went. So yeah, that was definitely the coupler. All right. So now if I can get the tender back on. There we go. So there it is, a little Southern 060. Let's get it on the track. Seems to be on there. So I don't know if this is because this may not be for the locomotive. So this may be a little Bachmann 060. All right, well, let's come around here and let's see if she runs. Well, sadly, I don't think this one runs. May just need a little bit of maintenance. Taken apart, cleaned. Well, whoa, whoa. It moved just a bit. Well, let's turn it off. Let's take it back off and let's try to put it on the track one more time. I fiddled around with it enough that it just kind of started derailing. All right. All right, so we're still not running. All right, so sadly, because this one doesn't run, with the exception of one car, all of them have knuckle couplers. And the only running locomotive that I've got is this one, and they have the Rapido style. So unfortunately, we'll have to kind of stop there. I won't be able to run anything else. But this one actually tried to run a little bit. So I think it probably just needs to be taken apart and cleaned. But I'm not sure if I'll be able to do that. That is really small. And I don't know that my eyeballs will be able to cooperate with me on that one. So, well, okay. Well, that wraps up this unboxing of this mystery box of N-scale stuff, which after unboxing it, I remember getting it and where it came from. But everything looks good. We got one out of the 3 locomotives that are working, and I think the other 2 just need a little bit of maintenance to get them up and going. I might look into doing that. Probably won't film a video on that because who knows, I may blow the things up in the process. All right, that wraps this video up. If you enjoyed taking a look at this mystery unboxing, make sure and hit that like button and subscribe down below. And stay tuned for more videos. I've got a very interesting video coming up probably next, and got an interesting direction coming up for Vintage Road and Rail channel. And also something else that will be coming up that I'll be going over soon that I think you might enjoy. So again, thanks for watching. Until next time, happy model railroading, guys. Take care.